Hello, guys. Hi, how are you all? I've done a few jobs around the house, so I'm happy with that. Changed my earrings. I've got little black pussycats on sitting on top of pumpkins. Watching another movie, one of my favourites. It's 101 Dalmatians, the Walt Disney cartoon version. This is my favourite version. I do love the other ones, but this is my favourite one. I've done some washing, so that's all drying on my radiators. So that's another job done. Just made a nice hot chocolate in my Ghost, the white wolf from Game of Thrones. Oh, nice. It's one of those thermal cups. So it keeps it nice and warm for quite a long time. So I've got another one of my videos, favorite movies. After the Hogfather, which was amazing. I love that movie. Sometimes you might hear a little bit of buzzing because for some reason, if the colours are a bit light at the back of the picture, it buzzes. It's probably because I've got, the laptop quite near the TV and things like that. Electrical static, but we can cope with that. Sure, we can. On my other DVD, DVD, what am I on about? On my other video, I showed you my wolf light because I love wolves, and I got this one as well. Can't really see it very well, but it's a shape of a wolf, and inside, when it's dark, you can see all the wooded area with all the trees and things like that, and it also flashes. Now you can see it a bit better now. It's flashing. There you go. And or you can have it on just like that. But there you go. Now you can see it. You can see all the wolf. A couple of little wolves in there as well, and as I said, the wooded area. So I got that as well. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. I've actually not seen something like that, quite like that before. Obviously, I've seen. Oh, my hair's doing its own thing again. Hate it. Yeah, I've seen wolf lights and things like that, but something actually carved up like that. I've never seen something like that before. So I thought that was good. Yep. So I've done a few jobs. Got me wash it up and all that sort of thing. My little girl Sutika, she's still asleep, bless her. She's in the bathroom again, and she's got a couple of her little Harry Potter Christmas bus bricks that I was telling you about in one of my other videos. She's got them all around her, bless her. In the late 80s and 90s, they did a different version in America, but they came over here in the UK, and they're called Point Horror for teenagers. But I love those books. I've got loads of them. But one of my favorite, or I would say favorite stories, which I'm a little bit upset about, because they brought 6 of them out on audio cassettes, but they didn't bring this one out. And I hope one day that, you know, someone does do that, because it's amazing. It's called The Babysitter. I love this story. I've got all 4 parts, and once you start to read them, it's one of those ones that you can't put down. But it's my favorite. Although I do love you know, quite a few of the ones that I have read, and I have got the audio cassettes of the ones that they brought out as well. It's beautiful. The actors doing the different parts in the stories, they are absolutely amazing, and you know, beautiful music and sound effects. It's really, really nice. So that's something else that I like. I did pick up my DVDs that I had under my unit, so I put them back up with the other DVDs. I went through a couple of DVDs that I'm going to be watching later. After this, 101 Dalmatians, I have Jack the Ripper with Michael Caine. I think this is the best version. I love this version. And there is a connection to Midge in the story. His wife now, because he was married twice, she's in it. She plays one of the parts in it. I absolutely love this version. Another one of my favorite Walt Disney movies is Robin Hood, so I'll be watching that later. And because Christmas is coming, I thought I would put on one of my favorite Christmas movies, Santa Claus the movie. I love that. So I picked 3 out to watch today. 3 more. So that's exciting. So I'm getting into the habit now of changing the DVD over instead of watching the same one over and over again. Oh, I love hot chocolate. I love it. I opened the front door, and I quickly shut it in again because I got triggered. It was a case of, bye, bitch. It is freezing out there. You know, I didn't even go out, and the gust of air. Oh, freezing. Can't be doing with that. So I got a little bit triggered. I mean, seriously. I know it's the 17th of November, but, you know, come on, do me a favor. It doesn't have to be that cold just yet. Because realistically, winter doesn't start until the 21st of December, when it's the shortest day. I'm just putting my little white thing back in my little thing to save the batteries. Like I was explaining in my other video, that you can actually put the little white thing back in, and it actually keeps your batteries charged for longer. I wasn't gonna do another video just yet, because as I said, I'm still getting used to it, but still a little shy, and a bit nervous about doing them, but I've done the jobs that I needed to do right now, so I thought, well, why not make another video? Sitting here doing nothing, so I thought I would do that. So that is what I will be doing. That is the solar light I was telling you about. Hang on. There you go. You can see it now a little bit. That is the solar light that I got for my daddy, with a picture of my daddy obviously on it. There is one, although I love all the photos that I took of my little girl Sutika, but I do have a favorite. I'm just finding it. I do have a favorite. It was the very, very first one that I took of her. And she was smiling, which I thought was really cute. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Oh, there you go. You can see it. Yeah, she's smiling. Bless her heart. That is one of my favorite photos of her. Bless her heart. I'd only had her a couple of hours at that time, so you know, smiling at the camera after only a couple of hours, I think that I think she was pleased to be here and pleased that I was going to be her mummy. So that was nice. But a few other Walt Disney movies I like are Snow White. That is beautiful, the cartoon version. Fantasia 1940, that was my daddy's favorite version, so I loved that one. There were so many of them, you know, the Black Cauldron and Lady and the Tramp, Jungle Book. Oh, excuse me. Cinderella's another nice one. But yeah, so as I was saying about these point horror books, I've got loads of them, and they are brilliant stories. They're really, really nice. They keep you hooked. And as I said, but the audio ones that they brought out of 6 of the books, they are fantastic with the you know, the sound effects and the music and what the actors, you know, how the actors were, you know, jumping in with each other as, you know, as having real conversations. If you can hear that noise, it's just my fan. Because I've got my it's not really cold in here, but obviously because I'm drying my washing, I put my my radiators on, so it's a little bit warm. So I've put my trusted fan that keeps me nice and cool without getting too flustered. But yeah, so as I said, I thought I'd just come back on and just do another video. Probably be waffling quite a lot because not quite sure really, what to say or that sort of thing. But it gives me something to do. So yeah, as I said, I changed my earrings, and you can see these ones a little bit better now because they are only tiny. There's the little sleigh and Father Christmas going up the chain, like I told you about. And this is the other one. A Christmas tree and two little baubles on the chain. They are beautiful. I got those yesterday. But a lot of the time I like to change them over because sometimes if it's not, real gold or silver, sometimes one of my ears get irritated. So if I'm wearing the novelty ones, I might change them, once a day, and things like that. Oh my God, that Cruella de Vil. She's got a disgusting laugh. Honestly. But yeah, so I'm not really doing that much. Sorry, rubbing my nose. Not really doing much else today. Just going to be, watching some movies, like I said. Waiting for my washing to dry. Make some dinner later. I'm getting all my words mixed up. Yeah, said it again. Make some dinner later. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have yet. I did buy some goodies for myself when I went shopping yesterday. I brought some Smarties. I love Smarties. And some Mars bars. And I got, what else did I get? Oh yeah, I bought a pack of donuts that I've got to be eaten by today. So I'll eat those later. Chocolate donuts. A packet of tobacco when I've run out of my other cigarettes. And I bought some crisps that they were out in the 80s. They've been out for years. And I brought some, and because they started to bring them back out again a couple of years ago, and I absolutely love them. So does my little girl Sutika. They're called Frazzles, and they're crispy bacon flavour. So when I eat those, I have to make sure she's really, really asleep, or she comes and she takes them. She doesn't have them all the time. It's just a tiny little treat. Which yes, they can have. As long as you break it up for them and they can have it for a little treat. I did consult with my vet, so please don't come at me. But she hasn't had them for a long time. I haven't had them for a long time, actually. I think the last time I bought them was in January. And then I was going around the shop yesterday and I saw them again. And I thought, oh, I fancy some of those. So I bought myself 6 packets for a bit of a treat. I've got something, again, I keep going to the wrong place because the camera is different for me. Something's going on with my eye here. Not quite sure what's going on there. Looks a little bit bruised. I don't remember hitting it, unless my spirits are deciding to give me a good knock and tell me to wake up and that sort of thing. I'm not quite sure. I did mention that I've got some orbs, and there are spirits in my house. You know, my animals that I've had in the past, they followed me from my other house I used to live in when I moved to here, my bungalow. And I do have a spirit of a little girl. She followed me as well, although I did tell her not to follow me. I did. But one of the oldest spirits I've got, which I don't know who she is, she followed me, was from years and years ago, in the late 80s, 90s, when I used to live in Hertfordshire in the UK. I saw her one day. It was about 1:30 in the morning, and I saw this shadow outside my window, and I thought it was someone looking in. And then I looked again, and she was in a really long, really old dress from, you know, the 1900s. And again, very friendly. I did tell her not to follow me again, but her and the little girl, I don't think they're related, but they've never done me any harm. Sometimes when when I'm sitting here, I can see them if I'm talking to my friend, sister in America on Facebook chat. I can see her, you know, sometimes going across the ceiling and, you know, a white shadow and things, and the back of the wall and that. It's not reflections of anything, because you can tell by the way it moves. It's not car lights or anything like that. So I know she's around because, I spoke to her and told her to stop making me jump when I'm doing other things, and she does actually stop. But her and the little girl, they can be very cheeky and they can play and mess about. And my pussycat, I told you. There you go. There you go. You saw her. My little pussycat Elvis that died last year. I've seen him around in here, and he used to love playing with tennis balls. My son brought in some tennis balls, and sometimes when Sutika's asleep, so I know it's not her, and there's no wind or anything, sometimes I see the tennis ball roll across the hallway floor. So I know he's with me, bless his little heart, which gives me some company. As it's 11:30 in the morning, if I am doing this, still doing this video, if you suddenly hear a Christmas tune blare out, it's my doorbell, and it's probably the postman, because I'm waiting for some things to come. I'm not sure if anything is due today, but I was just giving you a little bit of a heads up just in case you did hear a Christmas tune suddenly blare out. But yeah, it's very cold out there this morning. But the hoodie, the Black Cat hoodie I was wearing the other day, it's actually very, very warm. It's one of the warmest hoodies I've ever brought, because I went down the shop last week sometime, and I just put that on, and without my coat, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to be freezing. But I wasn't. It was absolutely toasty warm. It is really, really thick. It's as I said, it's one of the warmest hoodies I've ever had. It's really nice. So yeah, in my movie, we've just got to the bit where all the puppies, they get taken. Don't like that. Cruella de Vil's horrible, and her two bosom buzzies. Oh, horrible, horrible men taking defenseless puppies. But it works out in the end. They find them in the end. And I like things like that, in cartoon movies and things. When they do all the different seasons and they do different weathers, like the sun, thunder and lightning, the rain, the snow. I think it's amazing, especially with rain and snow and the lightning, how they can, make it look like it's really falling down. It's amazing. I love it. And that's one of my best parts in this, when you see the little thunderstorm and then you see the snow. It's beautiful. But I do love this film. It is one of my favorites. I don't really think I've got a Walt Disney cartoon version of a movie that is my favorite. But one of my other favorites is Sleeping Beauty. That is beautiful. I love that movie. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm not looking forward to the live version of Snow White. I don't think I'll be watching that one. They've seriously seemed to have gone off script quite a lot. So I don't think I'll be doing that one. I can't stand the new Barbie. I haven't seen the film as such, but I've seen so many different trailers for it. No, not my bag. Can't be doing with that. Again, that's another bye bitch. Although the cartoon versions of Barbie, they are beautiful. They are amazing movies. They've got beautiful colors, beautiful animals and things like that. They are gorgeous. But going back to the Walt Disney ones, the ones that they have brought out, the last 3 action movie ones, live action that they had brought out, is Beauty and the Beast, Lady and the Tramp, The Lion King, and there's one more. There wasn't 3, there was 4. And Jungle Book. They are beautiful. I love those. They're beautiful. The only thing I was a little bit upset about is in the Lady and the Tramp one, was they changed a couple of the songs. But as a movie, it's beautiful. But as I said, no, I'm not looking forward to the Snow White one, so I think I'll pass that one. And definitely, as I said, Barbie, no. I'll stick to the animated cartoon ones. They are gorgeous. I love those. There's a few that I got on DVD a few months ago. Cartoons I used to watch when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. There was Squiggly Diddly, the octopus. There was Super Ted and Spotty Man. They're so cute. I've got those. Wind in the Willows. That is beautiful. Absolutely amazing. I love that show. Rhubarb and Custard. About a dog and a pussycat. Mr. Ben. My brother, he loved Mr. Ben. He's 5 years older than I am. And I got into Mr. Ben as well, and he's so cute. Some of the comedies I like are Birds of a Feather. That is so funny. That is hysterical. Mr. Bean with Rowan Atkinson. I've got the live action version of that and the cartoon version. There were just, there's just so many. And I also like Bottom and the Young Ones with Rick Mao and Adrian Edmondson. Love those. And the Bottom Lives with Rick Mao and Adrian, and also Guest House Paradiso. They are so funny. I love those. Rest in peace, Rick. Love you, miss you. They are so funny. The things they get up to. Oh, they do definitely cheer you up when you're upset. They do. They definitely do. Some other ones I like is Scooby-Doo. Love Scooby-Doo. And Danger Mouse. I tell you what, I've got over 500 DVDs between my front room and my bedroom and my cupboard out in the hallway. Some are box sets, comedies, movies, things like that. Pop concerts. I've got Adamant. I've got Aha, and I've got Midyaw on his own and with Ultravox. As I said, I've got so many DVDs, and when it gets to that situation where it's a case of I don't know what to watch, that really annoys me. That is one of my pet peeves. I hate it. And I'm sitting here, sometimes going, what do I want to watch? Don't know what I'm in the mood for. And then I put a DVD on, and it's a case of, nah, don't want to watch it. So I'm taking it out again, trying to find another one, and I'm sitting here, thinking to myself, do me a favor, get a grip, just find a DVD to watch. I brought all the Cagney and Lacey's the beginning of the year. I love that show. My daddy loved that show as well. I've got TJ Hooker with William Shatner and Adrian Zemd. That is an absolutely amazing series. So I have quite a lot of different things. I like Wurzel Gummidge, Mrs. Brown's Boys. I do have a selection of different things that I do have. I've got wrestling DVDs, WWF, before it went into WWE. So I've got WWF and WWE as well. I've also got pillows, cushions. I love the Flintstones. I've got every episode of the Flintstones. I love Barney. I think he's so cute. And Dino, so sweet. there's a cartoon thing, Thomas the Tank Engine. My son loves that, and he still does, and he's 23 now. So I've got a lot of those as well, and the movie that they made. So I have quite a lot of different selection of DVDs. I've got some horror ones as well. I've got Nightmare on Elm Street. I've got Pet Sematary. I've got all the Halloweens. Love those. So I have quite a selection of DVDs. But I do get into, as I said, I do get into that situation sometimes where it's a case of what the hell am I going to watch, and then I started to get frustrated. My friend's gone past. Stop doing that, please. Because I wonder what it is. Thank you. As I said, I'm very protective, even though I do have two ghost spirits, or human spirits, I should say. Oh, she's doing it again. Stop it, please. But I am protected. They've never hurt me or anything like that. So I just let them do their own thing. They do their own thing. I do my own thing. So it's just company. And sometimes my daddy, he comes to visit me. So that's nice as well. But yeah, so as I said, Christmas is coming up, which I said in my other video. Still got to get a few things on there. A couple of little presents for my son, and a few things for myself. Treat myself. If you can't treat yourself at Christmas, when can you? So got a few things coming, and I've got some more lights coming as well. It's a stream of lights. You can have them on different colors or whatever, but there's also a feature on there where you can have it, you can have the lights on, but if there's loudish noise in your house, it actually picks up what you're saying or what's happening. If there's music on or whatever, the lights and colors will flash to the music or whatever noise it can hear. I thought that would be a fun idea. That'd be a really cute idea to have around. As I did say in one of my other videos, I am 50 years old, but it's what makes you happy. Age is just a number. I'm still a big kid at heart. But it's just those things that those little things that just keep you happy, and as I've said before, if people don't like that kind of thing, and they're not interested in you, or they're just about to make fun of you, it's a case of don't do that, just move along, bitch, bye. Because over the years I've been bullied with neighbours and things like that, council people and things like that. But now, the last couple of years, it's a case of, look, I do things my way. Just because I sit down all day does not mean to say I've got something wrong with my brain. There's nothing wrong with me. I am an adult officially. just because I have to sit down. And I basically, I'm very caring, I'm very loving. I do have a massive heart. If my friends or, family, whatever, or even a stranger, if they needed me, just needed to talk, like over the internet, whatever, or, people that I actually did know or whatever, if they needed help, I would help them. I don't do this now. I can't be bothered because things are getting too bad, so I'm going to leave now. I don't do that kind of thing. And as I said, I am a very caring and very loving, very friendly. But where certain people are concerned, like if neighbours start or people in the street, get a bit bitchy because I'm going around the shops or whatever, or, council people, things like that, or, people on the phone with the bills. And, if they start on me, I will start back. I found it very hard years ago because in a previous video, I did mention that I was in 2 relationships that were not good. And I ended up being very, very unwell, very ill. I was in hospital once. And that took a lot away in my confidence a lot. But now it comes out a bit more now. Now I'm getting a little bit more confident now, and I don't let people walk over me as much as I used to anymore. I'm not rude. I'm not rude to people, but, I will get my point across if, they're being a little bit, off or iffy with me, then they will get the same attitude back. Whereas before, over a lot of things that heart broke me and everything, things in my life years ago, which this is only a I might discuss in a little bit more detail as my videos go along, but not yet. I was pushed around a lot and I just backed off. I just let people walk all over me, and I tried to deal with the heartache and everything when they left. And between those situations, at separate times, I was becoming very ill, and it was a case of, no, I'm not doing that no more. I will not be doing that, and I actually stick up for myself a little bit more now. I still get a little bit edgy sometimes, but I won't be pushed that far where I don't say anything. I will stick up for myself. We've just got to where I told you about the snow and everything. We've just got to the bit in the film where all the dogs and Pongo and Petita, the puppy's mummy and daddy, they're just getting to the place where they find the puppies, and it's snowing. I love snow in cartoon animated movies, and as I said, with the different weathers, thunder, lightning, I just think it's amazing how they do it. It's just absolutely amazing. And most of them, they've got beautiful colors in. They are really beautiful. But yeah, so I'm not, as some people would say, I'm not as much as a pushover as I used to be. I don't get emotionally intimidated as much as I used to, because it's just not worth it. Okay, it might have took me 47 years out of my life to realize that, I'm a person too, and I am not going to keep being pushed over. It's not my fault I'm in a wheelchair. It's not my fault I've got a disability. It's not my dad's fault I've got a disability. I do have a brother and a sister, and I did have a mum, obviously. Um, you will notice I don't speak about them very much because, again, something happened, and we haven't. My mum, we didn't speak for the last 2 years of her life. She died in 2021 because she went too far in something, and I haven't spoke to my sister or my brother through lies that they've said or things that my mum might have told them and they've believed or whatever. Let's just say I've got some troublemakers in my family. So my daddy was the only one really that I was close to. Never had any problems with him at all. Never argued, never fell out, nothing. So my daddy is the one that I'm close to, and I still am close to, even though he died, bless him. Rest in peace, Daddy, I love you. In 2005. But he's still the one that's in my heart. So I won't be talking about this is the only time I will be talking about my mum, my sister, and my brother. Because over the years, altogether, they've caused a lot of trouble. They've told a lot of lies. Didn't come to me. Just made up their own minds with each other behind my back. So it's best to be left on your own if you've got people like that, even family members. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be in that surrounding just because they're your family, especially when you got to an adult age. Nobody owns you. Realistically, not even your parents own you. When you're a baby, you're a toddler, up until 10, they look after you, yes, and they keep you safe. And teenagers, they keep you safe, yes, but they don't own you. And that's what this world's got to realize. Nobody owns anybody. The only person that owns you is yourself. But as I said, I won't be talking about those people much. If I do, it'd be very, very rarely. But you will hear me talk about my daddy quite a lot, and you'll hear me talk about maybe my granddad. That was my daddy's daddy. We got on really, really well. And my other granddad on, the ladies' side, shall we say, because, again, I don't want to mention her anymore. I got on with him as well. And the one thing that I'll always remember with my daddy, around Christmas time, he used to put up beautiful decorations. He used to decorate the front room, the kitchen, going up the stairs. He used to decorate outside in the garden. One year, I remember he made his own Father Christmas and sleigh, and he put outdoor lights all around it. And we had this sort of porch thing above the front door, and he put it up there, and it looked beautiful. It looked absolutely beautiful when all the lights were on at night time and everything. He really, really did well with everything. He used to buy quite a lot of decorations and things, but he was always handy in his shed You know, he always used to be out there, and he always used to make things himself. He used to make loads of things. You know, Christmas decorations, tables, chairs. You know, you give him an idea, he could make it. He was amazing. He even, before I won this was years ago, I won this this sort of scooter thing for disabled people. And I went on this program once. It was called Link in the UK. That was all to do with disabled children. And I was, you know, advertising this scooter thing. And then I was actually gifted one because I went on the show. I had that for years. That was really nice. But before that, my dad, he actually made me a sort of scooter one. You know, put the wheels on it and put the springs on it and the controls and everything. And with a metal sort of bar control, you know, you pulled it backwards and forwards, and that's how you went forward. And so he made me one of those, which I thought was really sweet. And I remember once he brought it up when I was in hospital, because I couldn't exactly sit up very much at that time because I had plaster on my legs. So I couldn't exactly sit in my proper wheelchair because it was more uncomfortable. So he brought that up for me. And I was going around the wards in my little scooter that my daddy made for me. And I was so proud of that, you know, that I had my own little go-kart trolley. It was so sweet. I remember that. But, you know, obviously, you know, you grow out of things. So obviously, you know, we sold it. We sold the one that I got from Link. I know that. I don't think my daddy sold the one that he actually made for me. I think that was up in their loft for years and years and years. But obviously now, you know, my daddy died, and his lady, you know what I mean. They both died, obviously. So, you know, it's probably got thrown away because obviously, you know, they don't live there no more. I did go on the internet a few weeks ago, and I found a picture of my daddy's old house. And it brought back a lot of memories, a lot of tears. Because, whoa, no crying. Because obviously, you know, people, you know, different people are living there now. Because obviously, you know, the lady, you know, she's died now. So obviously, new people are living there. She died, as I said, 2 years ago. And obviously, they've done it differently, you know, put new fence up and everything. And I didn't know that there was going to be an updated photo. You know, I thought there was going to be old ones that I've seen on there before with, you know, my daddy's caravan still in the garden and things like that. And I saw that picture and I did get upset. I did. Because obviously, you know, I remember my daddy being there and me being with my daddy and stuff. And so I don't think I'll be looking on the internet for that picture anymore with that house. But I do have my own memories. So that's good of when I lived there. And obviously, it's obvious, people, they move in, they move out, they die, whatever, people move in and, life goes on. I know that. But at that time, I wasn't expecting, an updated photo that quickly. And it did bring back, as I said, some memories. And obviously, because they've changed it all round now and everything. So on the movie, we just got to the bit where they've got the puppies back and they're on their way home, and they're all sliding along on the ice. I think that's so cute. And the snow's falling. My goodness, 12 o'clock already. Wow. Mind you, I have done a few jobs today, so that's probably where the time's gone. But yeah, my little girl Sutika, she's in the bathroom. She's sitting on the toilet seat. She likes to be curled up on there because I've got a nice warm cushion on the toilet seat, on the lid. Just to be clear, on the toilet seat lid, not the toilet seat itself. I haven't gone that far. But yeah, so she's sound asleep. She's had her food. She had her breakfast this morning, so she's obviously not hungry because she'll be screaming her head off at me, wanting her food. But yep, so she's sound asleep. As I said in the other video, I can't believe, honestly, I cannot believe that I actually went to sleep for 10 hours last night. I don't usually sleep that long because I do have bad insomnia quite a lot. So a lot of the time I am up, all day, all night sometimes, and then maybe all day the next day, and I still can't sleep very well. Or if I do fall asleep, I'm still only going to sleep for about 5 hours, even though I've been up for all that time. But I didn't. I actually slept for longer, which I was very surprised about. But yeah, so yeah, that was a little bit of another bit of thing about me, about my go-kart that my daddy made for me, and the one that I was the scooter go-kart that I was promoting on the program in the 80s in the UK called The Link. But I wasn't expecting to be actually gifted one of them. So that was nice. That was a really nice thing, especially, at that time I didn't have a scooter, like I do now, that I go down the road in and things to the shop. I didn't have one of those back then. I just had my normal wheelchair. So it was really nice to have something electric, other than my wheelchair, until my daddy made my other go-kart for me. I also, on the same show a few years later, I also did promoting a 3-wheel bike for disabled people. And the way you moved it was with the handles. You pedaled it round instead of using your feet. And again, I was gifted one of those because I went on the show and I promoted it. So I'm kind of famous in that way. But I haven't let it go to my head like some of these famous people do let it go to their head, thinking they're allowed to do what they want to do because of the job they're in. That's what they need to remember. It's just a job. It might not be a 9 to 5, but it's a job. You know, you don't get any more privileges or leeway more than anybody else. They have to realize that, and they have to remember that sometimes. There are a few I could mention, but won't be going on to that in these videos of mine, because some of them, I just will say, have done some barbaric stuff, because again, they're famous, so they think, and they can get away with things. So we won't be discussing that kind of thing on my channel. That is just we'll not be doing that at all. I cannot believe this video has gone over an hour. Oh, Lord have mercy. Whoa, damn. Fudge biscuits. But as I said on the other video, you know, time flies when you have fun. This is a 3D mug. You can see the wolf's face. It pops out a bit. That's a brilliant show as well, Game of Thrones. Love that show. It's amazing. I didn't get them straight away, but I did end up getting all 8 series in the end. So I've got all those. It was the same as Downton Abbey when that started. I saw bits of it and I wasn't quite sure whether or not I'd like it. And then a few years ago, maybe six years ago, I saw reruns on ITV3, which again is another channel in the UK. And I got into it and I thought, oh, this is good. And then so that's when I started to collect all the series and the specials from that. So I did. So again, since last year, because the last one was last year so far, although they are thinking of carrying on with it, they're just not quite sure yet. They did say they might be doing one next year, if they can get some of the characters back, and obviously if they're not too busy doing other things. But until they do that, I've got every episode of that as well. I do, as I said, I do like quite a different, various of things. One thing I used to love in the 70s and 80s was Wurzel Gummidge, and my beautiful friend, sister, Kelly, in America, she brought me the UK version and the American version, and it's brilliant. It's so funny. I love Jon Pertwee. He was so funny. He was such a lovely man. I met him once because when we were at school, every Christmas, my school used to, you know, get in touch with certain famous people, and they used to come to our Christmas party that we had at school, and that was when I actually first met him. And he's a lovely man. He's so funny in Carry On Screaming, and he was brilliant as one of the Doctor Who's. I love Doctor Who, and so does my son. My son loves Doctor Who, and we loved what our favourite doctors are Jon Pertwee and David Tennant. I love David Tennant. He's got the most funniest sense of humour. He tickles me. So yeah, that's another thing I like. So, as a lot of people do, I'm not one of these people that just like girly things, just because I'm a girl or a lady, whatever you want to call me, or a complete idiot for all I care. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. But no, seriously, I like loads of things. Whatever takes my fancy at that time. Obviously, I'm not into the how can we put it? I'm not into the naughty side of adult things. Although it happens, things happen. Whatever makes you happy and you're safe, that's fine. But I don't watch that kind of thing. That's the only thing I'm not into. But everything else, I watch it. As I said, I love Blackadder. That is so funny. With I can't think of his name now. Whatever his name is, you know what his name is. But yeah, so I like that, and as I said, I like loads of different things. Cartoons. The old children's cartoons that they've brought on DVD in the 70s and 80s. All the animated movies. A lot of those I like. TV series, horror movies, comedies, true stories. I like a lot of things. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do now, as this has actually gone over an hour and 6 minutes. I can't believe that's done that. Damn. But yeah, my next movie is going to be Jack the Ripper, I think. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. This is an absolute amazing mini series. It was on 2 parts. It originally came out in 1988. And it's absolutely amazing. And I am going to be buying Michael Caine's last movie that he made before he retired a couple of weeks ago. That'll be out on DVD very soon. So I'm going to be buying that. Michael Caine is an amazing actor, or was an amazing actor. I've got a few films of his. There is, I love Peter Cushing as well, in the Sherlock Holmes movies and things like that he did. I love Sherlock Holmes. My favorite movie of Peter Cushing's is his version of Hound of the Baskervilles. I absolutely love that movie. He was a brilliant actor as well. He was absolutely amazing. Another comedy I loved was or is The Munsters with Fred Gwynne. Love that man. He is so funny, and he did that part really, really well. They couldn't give it to another person. It wouldn't have fitted. That is such a funny comedy series. So, well, that's that film finished anyway. Damn. Yes. So, yeah, he's very, very funny. I do like him. And as I said earlier, I have got Pet Sematary that he was in. He was brilliant in that as well. He was really good in that as well. Another Walt Disney film I like, the original, I think it was 1968 or 9, is Greyfriars Bobby. I think that is beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful movie. So, anyway, as it's gone an hour, and I've just put Jack the Ripper on. I am going to go and
for over 100 years,
what's
the murders
this?
in
Oh,
Whitechapel committed by Jack the Ripper have baffled the world.
This one is louder than any of quite a lot of my other DVDs. It does. It burst out. Sorry about that, if that made you jump. Anyway, take care of yourself. I love you. Stay safe. Be happy. Be kind. And be good. I will talk to you very soon in the next one. Take care. Bye. Bye.